Man, oh man, is this series awesome. Have I, not brought that up at all of Legend of Korra? That this season has just been nothing if not phenomenal? I think they just decided, you know what, we're gonna break out all the stops and and just go all the way. And the whole time I'm thinking to myself in the back of my head, why couldn't it have been like this for the other two seasons, the first two seasons? I mean, yeah, Season 3 had its flaws, don't get me wrong, but, the problem is that, it had minor problems, but at least it was a lot better. This is just not, Season 4 is nothing short of perfection. Yeah. So, let's get on with this episode review. So the episode starts out with Kuvira's entire army marching on Zaofu. And Zaofu's about to get fucked hard. Let's get that out of the way. And yeah, Suyin is like, look, they're gonna come no matter what. We can't send. No one's gonna get here in time before Kuvira burns the city to the ground, and it's gonna be really bad, guys. Meanwhile, Kuvira and Batar Jr. are talking about how to handle the situation, and Kuvira says, look, Bolin's the key to solving this. We also have another scene where Julie and Varric are working on the Spirit Vine, and it's not going so well. They realize that Varric realizes, oh god, this is a doomsday weapon if it fell into the wrong hands. And Varric actually does a heroic thing by saying, no, I'm not doing this. This is a bad idea. This is a really bad idea. And to which Kuvira is like, no, you're gonna work on this. This is a weapon for, a weapon to be used in my, I want this weapon. And Varric still says, no, I'm done, I'm not doing this. To which Kuvira does the most awesome thing I've ever seen with metal bending. She literally does a metal bending version of Darth Vader's Force Choke, and holds him over these broken rails after the after an explosion happened. And they're talking about this little voice. And Varric's talking about his little voice in his head that Julie says, "It's your conscience, sir." To which she said, Kuvira says, little voices in my head are telling me to drop you. You want me to listen to them? No, voices are bad. Voices are bad. And Kuvira forces Julie and Varric to work on the weapon. Meanwhile, Korra is headed to Korra and the kids are headed to Zaofu instead of Republic City. Korra wants to stop this conflict from growing. She really wants this conflict from escalating, and she believes she can get through to Kuvira. I mean, this is the girl who saved her father, as well as one of Suyin's most trusted guards. She's got to listen to reason, right? Yeah, that's not the case. Meanwhile, Bolin is promoted to to Batar and Kuvira's inner circle, and to which they go to they go to Suyin's home, and Bolin's trying to negotiate. He's pretty much trying to be a negotiator in his own Bolin way, which is still kind of a little irritating, but at least he's trying to get through to everybody. And yeah, it doesn't go so well, so Kuvira's like, you know what? Fuck this. Fuck it all. You got 24 hours, then I'm going to burn the city to the ground. So, spoken like Azula, more or less. And meanwhile, we also have a subplot going on of Asami finally meeting her father again, who, by the way, is it just me, or does her dad look like Hayao Miyazaki? No, really. Look at a picture of Hayao Miyazaki, then look at Hiroshi Sato in the prison right now. He looks so much like Hayao Miyazaki, it's not even funny. I just was like, huh. I looked at a picture of Hayao Miyazaki, looked back at Hiroshi, and I'm like, I see what you did there, Mike and Brian. Yeah, I don't know. The resemblance was incredibly striking, I'm just saying. But anyway, Bolin is still trying to get through to, the others, and yeah, he's trying to get through to Sue to join Kuvira's cause. It doesn't really work out, and it looks like Opal's not having it either. She's already like, you've chosen your side. To which, he goes back and is, like, talking to, after, Opal talks about the towns after they leave, and, yeah, Bolin's like, what do we do to those towns after we leave? And this is where, Baatar and Kuvira reveal, yeah, hard truths are, not everything's okay. Order must be restored. And to which, yeah, Bolin's like, oh god, I've been serving the wrong person the whole time. About that time, Korra finally arrives and believes she can get through politically to Kuvira. This is where Sue says the most, out-of-character thing. She's like, I want you to go in the Avatar state and exterminate them all. To which, now, if this had been Season 1 or 2 Korra, that plan would have been used, and it would have failed horribly. But no, Korra actually says something logical. She's like, the past me would have done that in a heartbeat, but now I want to handle this politically. And Sue is just like, no, we're not having this. They need to know that Zaofu is under my protection and all that. And yeah, Korra still wants to handle this diplomatically, like a true Avatar, and goes to Kuvira to talk to her herself. And yeah, it doesn't go so well there either. So this is not going to end well. Especially at what's coming at the end. So, meanwhile, Bolin manages to track down Varric and Julie, and together they break out, and they get into some mecha tanks, some upgraded mecha tanks, and they try to escape. However, Baatar Jr., who, by the way, I finally realized who's voicing Baatar Jr., it's Todd Hapercorn, who most of you guys would know as Death Jr. on Soul Eater. So I was like, huh. And then my little brain went off, because Hapercorn did a few voices for Link in a few Legend of Zelda games. So, when you think about it, and, he's married to a character voiced by Zelda Williams, Zelda and Link are trying to take over the world. Makes you think, doesn't it? But anyway, getting back to this. Varric, Julie, and Bolin escape in mecha tanks, only to be caught by, by Junior and his pretty much elite squad. And the mecha tank battle between Varric, Bolin, and Julie against Baatar Jr. and the Earth Empire forces was awesome. That was a pretty damn good mecha tank. I love these new mecha tanks. They can have pistons that can lock into the ground. They can actually shoot fire or generate electricity. Oh, it is so cool. And they're very mobile. Again, it feels like a, steampunk Gundam fight. And I really liked it. Also, another thing I forgot to mention during the Korra and Su Yin talk, we also discover a bit about about how Kuvira kind of came into power. We find out that she was meant to be, Su's protege, and Kuvira, when Raiko and Tenzin came to Zaofu to make sure that to ask Su Yin if she could hold control until Wu was ready. She sat down and Kuvira said, "No, we need to do this. The world's in chaos." And Su Yin was like, "No, we'd be seen as conquerors. We wouldn't be doing anything. We'd just be, imposing. We're fine in Zaofu." To which Kuvira then went on to work with Baatar Jr., the elite at Metal Bending Squad, and some of Zaofu's wealthiest members of their wealthiest members of the city. And then, they took Ba Sing Se back. That was the first step. And then, finally, that kind of gave her the leeway to continue on with her conquest. Yeah. Did not see that coming, did you, Su Yin? Would have been a lot better if you just decided to nut up or shut up, instead of going the whole isolationist route, didn't it? Because in a way, Kuvira's right. If anyone was going to have the political leverage, as well as, the being a legacy since she is a Beifong and having all that other skills behind her and a known leader, and she would have stepped down when the time's right. I mean, they even said, you're not going to be a leader for a long time. You're just a temporary control until we get Wu. So in a way, Su Yin would have been Su Yin. I'm kind of like, Su, you could have just given it back. All you had to do was just hold down the fort. You didn't have to take the keys and go with it like the bitch did. But yeah, you kind of dropped the ball here, Su. Anyway, I'm not mad at Su Yin. I'm just saying that the whole isolationist thing didn't exactly work out for Wakanda. It didn't exactly work out for the Soviet Union. And it sure as hell ain't working for you right now, isn't it? Anyway. So yeah, Julie, Bolin, and Varric get captured, and Julie's like, fuck you, I'm gonna join the winning side right now. You're done. I'm done. All you've done is mistreat me. Kuvira is clearly more intelligent than you. I'm joining their side. And Varric is forced to go back on the project. Bolin is going to be sent to a re-education camp. Yikes. That is a yikes moment. Very yikes moment. Meanwhile, Korra returns back to Zaofu, and we find that, Su Yin and Wing and Wei, her two youngest sons, are headed out on a mission to assassinate Kuvira. Yeah. So much for the peace and love thing, Su Yin. You're very much just absorbed by war, aren't you? And you've taken your two youngest children into battle to kill somebody. Great job there, Su. Again, I'm not mad at Su, because I kind of understand where she's coming from. I actually do understand where she's coming from. She's not being this out-of-character person, or just being written bad. The thing is with Su was that, she's kind of feeling desperate. I mean, no one's going to be able to arrive. Her protege, who she looked at as a daughter, has turned against her. Her eldest child has been literally brainwashed. And, yeah, most of her forces are gone. She's going to get... And what's left of her city is going to be torn to the ground. That the city that she built with the intention of having everyone be free. So, yeah, I can understand the act of desperation. It's not like we're just like, oh, I'm going to kill you because you're bad. It's not like, no, I'm killing you because you're an insane bitch and you're going to destroy the last thing I have left. So I can actually again, the whole Su Yin, allowing this whole to happen instead of taking over, being a temporary head. Again, I'm like, you kind of dropped the ball there, but this I can kind of see where she's coming from. And again, props to, everybody working on this. I am just completely blown away. Every episode, this and the past 4 episodes have been nothing short of spectacular. And again, I have to stress one more time. Where was this in the first 2 seasons, Mike and Brian? Anyway. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to bring up in the little subplot was Asami forgives her father, even though he's like, look, I was completely insane, I done goofed, I just want to be a family again, and you were the greatest thing you're the greatest thing in my life. And it kind of starts out with them playing Pai Sho together. I'm like, oh, feels. So, yeah, this was, without a doubt, some of the best writing in the show. This is just completely awesome. Wow. Just wow, everybody. Again, I'm gonna feel bad when it's gone, and yeah, we're down. We've got 5 down. Oh man, we're almost like halfway done. Yeah. So I'm very much looking forward to what's going to happen next. I mean, things are probably not gonna look good for Sue in in the next episode. And Korra, man, I feel bad for you, because you just got recovered, and now this. Yeah. So again, I am just completely just in awestruck of how every time in this episode and the past 4 have just been consecutively good. I love the moments. It was simple, but it worked. The moments with Asami and her father. It was simple, and it was short. It was not a huge. It was just a subplot, and it worked. It worked on all grounds of how easy it was to kind of, and not really easy. It was difficult, but easy at the easy to bring in those little scenes here and there. But at least we get to see all that. We get to see that them come together. It was really cool. Anyway, so you guys tell me, what did you guys think of this episode? Did you guys like it? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? What do you think Kuvira's weapon is going to be? And I'm not feeling too good for Bolin right now. Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.